luck.
Hello. Good morning, Nick. Good to finally meet you in person. Sir. Oh, it's good to have another war hero among us. We've got veterans from Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam, Korea. They all work here.
Thank you, Troy, but I'm no hero. I got paid to do a job and I did it. No thanks needed.
Okay, understood. Guess a better way to say it is, we got a lot of vets that work here, and I appreciate the sacrifice you made to this country.
Thank you, sir.
Troy, just Troy. Let's talk and walk about the facility. You've already met my baby here. First one was built in the 60s. They were effective for over 30 years with not one fallen to an enemy. Now how about that?
It's a beast. Probably outrun any missile shot at it.
Come on. Show you something else. World War II. Like that one? That's our Vultee BT-13 Valiant. It was used during the second phase of flight training. It was faster, heavier, and had more complicated controls than the ones cadets. When that flew, the cockpit would shake and rattle.
That is so crazy. God, could you imagine actually flying in one of these?
Not really. I'm actually a bit scared of heights myself.
Come on, man, really?
Yeah, I know. Pretty scandalous, huh? Considered in a profession I'm in. No, I appreciate their beauty. I'm just glad this place lets me do that on the ground. Come on. You gotta see this. That's a Waco. CJ-4. They were used in some of the most important battles, including Normandy. They'd be towed behind one of those C-47s. Released, glide behind enemy lines, carrying troops and supplies. Silent when they flew. Made them perfect for stealth missions. However, since they didn't have engines, they were vulnerable to unfavorable gusts of wind, bad weather. They didn't have any parachutes on board. So if anything did go wrong, there wasn't much anyone could do. Maybe that's why they nicknamed it Flying Coffin.
Unbelievable.
So what do you think? You can fly something like that?
If it's all the same, I'd rather not. Nah, I'm with you. I prefer my feet squarely on the ground.
No Air Force aspirations?
No, no Air Force.
What branch?
Army.
Good. You fit in just great. Come on, let's go. So, what do you think of our small town air museum?
Well, Troy, if I'm being honest, when I heard there was a job opening at an air museum in Kalamazoo, I mean, I'm no elitist, but I wasn't exactly expecting much.
But?
This place is as good as it gets. Got some unbelievable aircraft down there, really. It's a hidden gem.
Thanks. We think so, too. Like I say, we've got Christmas ahead of us, and I'd like you to shadow a tour. Hit the ground running.
Oh, you wanted me to go on a tour today?
Sure. Theory only gets you so far. I want to get you some hands-on training to really understand how things work around here. Plus, George, you give some of the best tours around. Best guy to learn from. If only I could find your name tag. Oh, here. Your official blue vest. Trust me, you're gonna have a fun time. These kids, man, they get excited over everything. I mean, I really can't blame them. My own kids. Every time I bring them to work, they get a kick out of this place. I mean, it's next to impossible to get them out of that simulator.
That's great.
Married, Nick? Any kids?
No, no kids. Wife and I are going through a bit of a hard spot right now.
Oh. Sorry to hear that.
Well, a couple years in Afghanistan does wonders for any marriage. Great. I will go find George, was it? And hit the ground running. Thank you, Troy.
Nick. Name tag.
I thought I'd be able to sneak by without anyone seeing me like this. I was making some slime for one of the classroom activities we have with the kids, and well, it didn't really go as planned.
Yes, it appears the slime won.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab another top. Wait, you're new here, right?
Yes. Just started today.
Great. Not a good first impression. It's Kristen.
Oh. Well, I'm Nick. It's very nice to meet you, but it's all right with you. It's...
Right, good call.
Well, I'll let you get your new top.
Yeah, I'd never hear the end of it if someone saw I spilled the slime again.
Oh, hey, Kristen, do you happen to know where the tour groups generally start? I'm supposed to shadow today.
Oh, yeah. They usually start in the main lobby and go from there. You know, with the blue sky and clouds.
Right. I think I've heard that one before.
No problem.
Hi. Excuse me, the tour group? Great, thank you, ma'am.
Hi, welcome to the Air Zoo. This is a great air museum, and you're probably wondering why you walk through the wall of clouds. Well, that's to replicate the days before we knew we would become lighter than air. And here's Nick.
Hello,
and
sir.
he's going to be
Sorry,
coming with us. He's a new docent with us. And what we're going to do is go to the WASP room, and that is the Women's Air Service Pilots. We dedicated that to our founder, who was also a WASP, and I'll explain all of that once we get in there. So follow me this way. And I'll explain a few quick airplane facts here. Snoopy flew this airplane to fight against the German Red Baron. And here's our WASP room. This is where the ladies, in tribute to their war effort in World War II. There were over 1,100 pilots, women pilots, that actually paid to have their pilot's license so they could do the war effort. There's a picture on the wall right there that gives you an idea of just a few of the airplanes that they would go to the factories to pick up and fly them to the appropriate air bases, sometimes even going into England. Our founder of the Air Zoo was actually pictured right over here on the right.
Susan Upjohn Delano.
We're very proud of her and proud to have this exhibit in our building. They were self-employed basically because nobody gave them a paycheck. They gave them a uniform and they gave them a place to sleep, and the rest was up to them to encounter their own consequences. So,
how did they score?
Very high, higher than the men did. So they were nothing to sneeze at. They could have very easily gone into battle, but the government would not allow the women to fight. So that was what their contribution is. All right, let's go on to the next. Over here, and you know what? We're gonna ride the Ferris wheel.
Oh, hi, Nick. I'm Jim from Human Resources.
Oh, yeah, pleasure.
How did you enjoy the tour?
Yeah, you know, it was actually good. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about all this tour guide stuff, but enjoyed it.
First job right out of the Army?
Yes, sir.
What was your MOS in the Army?
Yeah, 18B.
So that was Special Forces Weapons Sergeant. You really saw the action. I can remember that it took me a whole year to get a good night's sleep after I got back from Vietnam. So.
Yeah, no, I haven't been able to sleep yet.
Yeah.
The VA's giving me some stuff, but nothing's really helping.
I think it takes a while to get back to normal. Trust me, you will recover. You'll be okay. The future's the future. We'll get back to normal and enjoy the good life.
Yeah, that's right. All alone.
Well, I've got to get going. I've got projects to do, and I'll see you later, perhaps. Okay?
Thank you. Good. The Women Air Service pilots were started by Jacqueline Cochran back in 1943. She had initially written to Eleanor Roosevelt suggesting that women are able to ferry aircraft and participate in the war effort. They went through the same training as the men, and they were utilized to ferry the aircraft back and forth from factories, from repair, to other locations where the aircraft may be needed. When the war ended, the Women's Air Service Pilots Organization was disbanded, and they were sent home, having to pay their own way back to their hometowns. Whoa.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Kristen, you're gonna ruin another shirt. What are you doing?
I just didn't want to make 2 trips.
Okay, where are you going with all that?
I'm taking them over to the guys who work on the restorations. They hardly ever take breaks, and they rarely want to come over here for the good coffee.
Okay, come here. Let me help you. I'm off work. I got nothing going on.
Thank you.
Where are we going?
That way. Let's go.
Okay. You're gonna walk all this way with 5 cups of coffee?
Hey, I've done it before. What?
Just remind me of my younger brother. He's like the nicest guy you'll ever meet, but he doesn't always think things through.
I bet you're just jealous because he's cooler than you.
That's probably true.
Coffee break. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So who's your friend here? Or are we supposed to guess?
He's the new tour guide.
Nick Avery.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Nick. Brandon.
Pleasure.
Of course, we got Taylor, and Sam, Tony, and Zach.
Wow. You guys rebuilding this torn up old thing?
Yeah, this torn up old thing. This baby's been through a lot.
What is it?
Can't tell. Just kidding. This happens to be an Eastern Aircraft FM-2 Wildcat. One of the fighters from World War II. Took off from aircraft carriers.
That's cool.
A lot of people don't know it, but they tested them right in Lake Michigan.
Really? Aircraft carriers, Lake Michigan.
Yeah, there were 2 of them. Wolverine and the Sable. This plane was off the Sable. They practiced takeoffs and landing on the carrier deck. Wasn't easy. From time to time, something would go wrong. And, well, another Wildcat would end up on the bottom of Lake Michigan. Actually, hundreds of them down there. That's where we fished this one out.
Wait, hundreds? What about the pilots? Did they die?
Not always. Most of them bailed out in time, but some of them, like the unfortunate pilot of this, didn't make it in time. Engine failure, on top of a bad eject system. Not much you can do at that point.
That's awful.
It really is.
That's why we're here. That's why all of us are doing it. It's our way of giving back. To honor the brave men and women that served. Some gave all. It would be a shame to see something like this forgotten, lost to history on the bottom of the lake. Not when we can bring it back to life. That's what we're all about, honoring the men and women. We all survived our service days. That's why we're here.
It's really great what you guys are doing. Really.
Thank you. It's always nice when people appreciate what we do. Oh, no.
What?
Hello, Pete.
Bad news or the bad news?
Well, what do you say, guys? Should we vote?
Bad news first.
The proposal I submitted to complete the Wildcat was denied. The foundation said they needed to reprioritize their funding. But the really bad news is we've spent every dollar we raised on this project. As of right now, we have to shut it down.
Come on, Pete. We're all volunteers here. Can't you find any money somewhere just to keep the part supply flowing?
We need $40,000 in sheet metal and other supplies just to get this plane done, and we don't have it. It's all about grants and donations. You guys know that.
You mean we're all kicked out? I mean, to the curb? No work for us? We just go home and sit around the house and do nothing?
I'm gonna try to find you something to do. Maybe over the next couple of months, I don't know. But I'm sorry. If I could write a check right now for $40,000, I would. You guys know that. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, how was your first day?
Yeah, it was fine. George, he's great.
He's a great guy. He really has a way with those kids. It helps that he gets just as excited as the kids do. He still takes turns in that simulator from time to time. That's funny to watch.
It's nice to be that excited about your job.
Think you'll be ready to lead a tour group tomorrow? Got a couple people off for Christmas Eve. Hey, if you're not ready, we can figure something out.
Nope, that's fine. That's why I'm here, right?
Excellent. That's exactly the kind of attitude we need here. Any plans for Christmas other than covering tours for us?
No, not really. This year, my family's all spread out over the country, and I don't really feel like traveling over the holidays. How about you?
Dinner with the family, opening presents. We'll have a bigger gathering next week when my wife's family comes in town.
That sounds great. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Nick, if you like, you're more than welcome to spend Christmas Day with my family. More the merrier.
I mean, so that's very kind, but I wouldn't want to intrude.
There's no intrusion. Also, no pressure, okay? You just think about it and let me know.
All right, I will. Thank you.
Go on, get out of here. You've done plenty for a first day.
Hello?
Hi, is this Nick Avery?
Yes, who's this?
This is Dave Monroe. I'm Ben's father.
It's really beautiful. I stopped and took.
There's no good way to say this. Ben was shot in a firefight 2 days ago in Kabul. Ben didn't make it. I asked Ben's CO for your contact info, since I knew you guys were best friends, Nick. Ben had told me you guys bonded in Afghanistan. He said you helped him adjust over there. You know, when he first got on the ground over there, said if it wasn't for you, he's not sure he'd made it through his first year.
I appreciate that.
They said he didn't suffer.
No.
Morning, Nick.
The Air Zoo's Ford trimotor was built by Henry Ford in 1929. This plane would hold 11 passengers plus the pilot and co-pilot. The C-47 was built in 1944 for World War II. It went to the Philippines to support the war there. The AH-1JC Cobra was first used by the U.S. Marine Corps at the end of the Vietnam War. They also played active roles in Operation Desert Shield and Operation Desert Storm of 1990 and 1991. The B-25 was originally manufactured in 1941. It was used during World War II. It was one of the planes used in General Doolittle's famous Tokyo raid of 1942. Hello everyone, my name is Nick Avery. Welcome to the Air Zoo. You guys ready to see some aircraft? Yeah! Okay, sounds good. So, great. If you'll just follow me through the clouds here, we'll get started. Thank you all for coming. Has anyone ever been here before? Oh, excellent. What was your favorite plane?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
The big one with the pink one and the tiger and the blackbird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good choice. Pretty cool. Yeah. What about you?
Mine is the blackbird.
Yeah, that's a great choice too. Hey, so did you guys know why we call this place an air zoo rather than an air museum? Yes?
I forgot.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So, oh, yeah, do you have a...
The planes are named after animals.
Yep. Well, most of the planes are named after animals, like the F-14 Tomcat or the F-18 Hornet. Yes.
Did you know hornets have 5 eyes?
I did not know that. That's very interesting. Thank you for that information. I will incorporate it next time. Hey, what do you guys say we go to the space exploration part?
Yeah.
You guys like space?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's go this way. This right here is the Mercury capsule. Alan Shepard flew something exactly like this May 5th, 1961. He was the very first American in outer space. Pretty cool, huh? Mercury took its last flight in 1963, flown by...
Gordon Cooper.
Gordon Cooper. Now, if you look inside, can you imagine actually flying into outer space in something like this? Crazy, right? All right, well, you guys have been so awesome. What do you say we go to the Ferris wheel?
Ferris wheel!
Okay.
I'm not even sure what you were thinking when you said that.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, guys. Steve's just right in there. Go ahead. Reach in there.
Oh my goodness! What? That was so cool! I only had to get off like a couple.
You are a good man, Nick Avery.
All right. How you guys holding up? Good?
Yep.
All right. Well, we are going to watch a movie now. It's called Salute the Heroes. This is about the men and women of World War II and the sacrifice they made so that you and I can have freedom today. This is about 15 minutes, and if you guys are really good, sit here quietly and watch. Got a little surprise for you afterwards. But you got to be good. All right, let's do it.
So for an introduction and this analysis, we take you now to Washington. And again, we bring you the available report, all of them from German sources, on what the Berlin radio calls the invasion. There is still no Allied confirmation from any source. Correspondents who rushed to the War Department in Washington soon after the first German broadcast was heard were told that our War Department...
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the movie. So, thank you guys so much. You were a really great tour group. I hope you enjoyed the tour and maybe even learned a little something. So, you wanna know what your surprise is?
Yeah!
You get to go in the flight simulators.
Yeah!
It's right outside and to the left. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate it. All right, it's right this way. Follow me. Come on, go faster than that. You want to see how it ends?
Seen it before. Felt like stretching my legs.
Tag along with these things a lot?
No. Yesterday was the first time I'd been here.
When you liked it so much, you came back for a second look?
Something like that. Plus, this way, I got to see your first tour.
How do you know it's my first tour?
Lucky guess. You were shadowing a tour yesterday. I assumed that meant this was your first solo mission.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad you were here. You bailed me out a bunch out there. If this is your second time here, how do you know about all this stuff?
I've always been fascinated by human beings' interest in flight. I found their first times to be successful to be incredibly inspiring. Space still boggles my mind, and how much they've advanced in such a short amount of time. I mean, 100 years to go from that to this.
Yeah, it's actually pretty incredible if you think about it. These pioneers, these men and women, they built all this. And these kids, you know, they're just so pure. Untouched by the darkness, the pain in this world. Got it all in front of them.
You have so much in front of you too, Nick.
Who are you again? Oh. Really? I don't get to know your name?
Michelle. Yeah, I've always liked the name Michelle.
Well, that's good. It'd be a bummer if you didn't like your own name.
Yeah, I suppose it would be.
Well, shoot, Michelle, I'm glad I actually got to talk to you today. I mean, you bolted out of here so quickly yesterday.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had a lot of planning to do yesterday. I couldn't hang around and chat as much as I wanted to.
Planning, like for what, like your job?
I suppose you could call it that.
Okay, well, what do you do?
I help people get their lives back on track.
Like a therapist or something? Well, I'll tell you, if you ever want to change professions, you could consider being a ninja. I mean, you just disappear and show up somewhere else. It's amazing, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at going unnoticed. This is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I mean, it all looks so heroic and inspiring. Doesn't really show the darker side of war, does it?
Yeah, people don't want to see that. I mean, they think they do, but they don't. I watched the little movies about it, but They don't want to know. Not really. Can't exactly blame them. I mean, I'd be a lot better off if I could forget some of the darker sides of war, you know?
Would you choose to forget? If you were given the option?
No. No, I don't want to ever forget. Remembering helps me appreciate just how incredible those men and women I served with really were.
That's very well put. But you know, this reminds me of my first rescue. She was one of the women that George mentioned on the tour yesterday. One of the first ever to fly in a military aircraft. She was such a remarkable woman. You know, there's so much pressure to do everything perfectly without showing any signs of weakness. It just took a tiny nudge from me to get her back on track when she was letting the stress get to her. I've had plenty of rescues of people not in the military, but it's because of her I have this affinity for veterans.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid you've lost me. I don't... Who are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm getting all nostalgic and letting it distract me. In the grand scheme of things, I'm still rather new at this.
You're rather new at what?
I'm your guardian angel.
You're my guardian...
Angel. Yeah. Nicholas Montgomery Avery. The Montgomery comes from your great-grandfather on your mother's side. You were born December 20th, 1987. You have 3 siblings. You saved your sister Anne's life when she was 12 and got too close to a bee's nest. She was stung dozens of times. Was the most allergic. You were only 14, but you put her in your mother's car and drove her to the hospital. Saved her life that day. But you know that.
How would you know all that stuff, huh? What, are you stalking me?
No. Well, I guess, depending on the way you look at it. But I wouldn't really be doing my job if I didn't know about you.
I don't like being messed with.
I know what happened in Afghanistan.
Stop.
When your Humvee got hit. Stop. And it rolled into the river.
Who are you?
I'm here to help you, Nick. Don't worry, they can't see me. Only you can see me because I am here for you.
You stay away from me. Stay away from me. Stay away!
I just want to warn you about tonight. They're coming for you, Nick.
Nick! How's your first tour go?
Yeah, it was fine, sir. Listen, I have a killer headache. I'd like to duck out a little early if it's all the same. I can come in early on the 26th, finish up my paperwork. Is that all right?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Thank you, sir.
Hold on. Nick, just a second. I just want to see how you're adjusting.
I'm fine.
I just want to let you know I'm here if you need any kind of help. I know I didn't serve in the military, and I know in your eyes I will never understand. But I've worked with hundreds of vets over the years here, and I know I can get you help, even though I don't know what you're really going through. I have a friend down at the VA, and
I don't want any help.
It's just that I know it can be a difficult transition back into civilian life.
No, you don't. You don't have any idea what I'm going through. You think because you work with some vets, you get to talk to me like this, you get to understand? My wife left me because she didn't understand what was going on with me. I shot at faces I never saw. God knows how many people I killed. I watched 2 of my friends die, another one get crippled for life. I had bullets fly so close to my head I could feel them, and I just found out the one person who kept me sane through all of it is dead now, too.
Nick. I'm sorry, Nick.
Sir, if you'd like me to stay the last 45 minutes of my shift, that's your call. You do not get a say in my life past that.
No, it's no problem at all. Merry Christmas, Nick. Go home. Please take care.
And we begin with breaking news in Afghanistan, where U.S. forces say 2 Americans were killed during a military operation. The service members are the latest casualties of the longest war in American history.
These deaths bring the total number of U.S. service members killed.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks! Careful, Nick. Your phone's pretty tough, but there are limits.
What are you doing in my house?
I told you. Guardian angel. Look, I know this is all rather sudden, but in my experience, people respond better if you just rip the Band-Aid off. I've tried more subtle approaches in the past, it just ends up delaying the recovery.
You need to get out of here.
I can't do that. This would be a lot easier if you could trust me a little bit. We really need to get started. How could I have known all those things about you?
I don't know, lady. I'm probably hallucinating.
Do I look like something you would hallucinate about, really? Take my hand.
No.
Okay. The first Christmas that you spent with your wife, before you were even married, you both didn't have a lot of money, so you decided not to buy each other gifts. You both broke that agreement. She got you a pair of Christmas socks, and you wrapped a box of her favorite candy canes. And every year since, you always get her candy canes, and she gets you a pair of Christmas socks, right? I know that you've lost a lot. Things you might not be able to get back. But I promise, I can help you. Has to be your choice.
Michelle? Hello? Grandpa Pete.
Nick?
Is it really you? It's good to see you. What are you doing here? Wait. Grandpa, where are you going? Grandpa, I don't understand. I know you fought in the war. You're a better man than me. You came back from the war, you left it behind you. You took care of your family. I know people can just get through what I've been through, but I'm just not strong like you.
Everyone deals with their hardships in different ways.
I didn't do it alone.
Found it.
Yeah, what was it?
Wouldn't you know? It was in the craziest place. A box marked Christmas, right where I found the other ones.
Ah, shocking.
I think I might need to get my eyes checked. I must have walked past it like half a dozen times. Your parents aren't expecting us to bring anything fancy for tomorrow, are they? So they should know by now that you didn't marry me for my cooking skills. I was actually thinking we could maybe go to... Really?
What?
Come on.
Oh, come on. He's a family tradition.
Family tradition? That thing is so creepy.
Hey, shh, 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 shh. Don't talk about Benji Von Elstein that way. You know how upset my parents would be if they came over and he wasn't out?
Look at that thing in the eyes for like 10 seconds and tell me it doesn't send a chill running through you.
Oh, of course he does, but that's part of his charm. Listen, when we were kids, we knew we had to be good because Benji was always watching us. Look, I swear, Christmas was the one time of the year the Avery siblings were actually behaving because Benji was watching. Don't you want that?
I wouldn't want to scare my kids into behaving because of that creepy thing.
Kids? You thinking about kids?
Well, maybe in the far future.
How far?
Maybe not that far. But, you know, what if we just put them away for now? And we'll pull them out right before they get here.
Right.
Come on. That's not fair.
Sorry, hon. Benji's family. Gotta protect him.
You gotta admit, that is a really weird tradition.
Yeah, it is, but some traditions can be good.
Uh-oh.
You were happy.
She loved me so much.
Then why are you so miserable?
Because I know what comes next.
Look, I didn't mean anything by it. I just wanted to know if you're okay. It sounded like you had a rough day. That's all.
You know, you make it really hard to talk to you when I always feel like you're analyzing my tone. I told you, I'm fine.
Okay. So look, it's Christmas Eve. I don't want to fight. You know, I didn't do nearly as well with the Christmas decorating this year. I could have really used your help. But...
Seriously, Glenn?
What? What did I say?
You think it's easy for me? You think I want to be over here? You really think I prefer being over here in the dirt than at home on Christmas?
No,
really?
I didn't.
This has been every phone call for the last month. It's not fair for you to make me feel guilty for a decision we made together.
You told me you felt like you needed to re-enlist. I wasn't gonna say no, but that doesn't mean this isn't hard for me.
Really? So you're gonna put it all on me? I'm trying to provide for us. I'm trying to honor my commitments.
That's not what I meant.
I should go.
No, wait, Nick, I didn't mean to...
I don't have time. Bye.
I love you.
They think that rocket attacks will force this nation to surrender. They're wrong.
As Afghanistan's president wished Muslims a happy Eid celebration, explosions went off in the background. 2 rockets
Can we
launched
talk for a
towards
second?
the presidential palace in Kabul by the Taliban.
Yeah.
Afghan forces responded swiftly,
without the
bombing the
laptop.
house where the rockets originated.
Go ahead.
I'm taking the day off work tomorrow so I can go with you to your VA appointment.
just decided this, did we?
No, Nick. They called me. And they told me that you, had been missing most of your appointments. And then they told me that when you do actually show up, you're not receptive to any of the treatment options. Say something.
What do you want me to say, Lynn?
I want you to talk to me. Look, I can see how hard this is for you, but you don't want to get help. You're trying to solve it all on your own.
How can I talk to you? You see what you want to see, you hear what you want to hear, and you think you're some kind of expert.
No, I don't.
You don't know anything! You don't know anything!
You know, okay, it doesn't have to be me. You just gotta talk to someone. We can find some expert outside of the VA.
Oh, great, okay. Yeah, that's great. So some shrank who's gonna look in a book and put me in a box and figure me all out, that's what we want to do? That sounds like a great frickin' plan, Lynn.
You're trying to do this all on your own. And you're just getting worse every day. Why don't you go see one of your brothers? Or go see some friends? Just talk to someone.
I don't want that.
We all just want to help you and we're worried about you.
Oh, that's great. So you all been talking about me behind my back?
Stop!
What do you want me to do, Lynn? What do you want me to do? Who do you want me to talk to, Lynn? You want me to go to the VA? They just want to shove some pills down my throat and be done with me. They don't care about me. My family doesn't understand. You don't understand. You want me to sit in a circle? A little kumbaya with a bunch of other vets who don't know how to deal with their problems. I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to deal with this on my own, and I can't do that when you keep yapping in my freaking ear. I can't do it.
Nick, how is this fair to me? It's been 2 months. We're supposed to be a team. And I can't even talk to you without you blowing up at me.
Here comes the guilt trip. My favorite part of the whole thing. God, you know, it's really lucky. You just pretend to be a therapist with me, and you're not one in real life because your patients would end up killing themselves to get away from the noise!
Nick!
Going for a drive.
Where are you going? It's after midnight!
Why would you show me that? You know what a monster I was?
It's never too late to change.
Where's my grandpa?
He had to go home.
Is he okay? Oh, God, I must be disappointing him.
Did he seem disappointed in you?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm lost.
You struggle, Nick, because you do everything alone, without ever asking for help. You don't have to. You have so many people in your life that care about you.
Yeah. I've heard every last one.
And still, it is not too late. As long as you are alive, you have a chance to mend these relationships and build new ones. You gotta let yourself.
I don't know if I have anything left to give.
You've seen the ghosts of your past. Let's go see your future.
Makes any sense.
I'll say it.
Ben? Ben? You didn't deserve to die, Ben.
Deserve has nothing to do with it.
You shouldn't have to be here. That's the point. I should be able to cope on my own. I don't know what good you can do me, Ben. I'm sorry you had to come.
I came to bury you, Nick. You're basically dead, too.
He's right.
You've given up. You're not the Nick I knew.
I don't want to be here anymore! Ben! I don't want to do this!
Is that what you want?
Just let me go.
No. Come on. You don't want this future. Nick! You can't leave yet. It's not your time.
Nick, I need you to listen carefully to what I'm saying. Your PTSD is not going to get better on its own. Now, we don't know exactly what happened to you in Afghanistan, so you need to work with us. You're in serious trouble.
Lynn found you when she went back to your house to get the rest of her things. She called the paramedics in time to save your life, but it was really too late. Even with the support of your family, doesn't matter who shows up. Lynn, your parents, brothers, sister, and your friends. After that first attempt on your life, you don't want to get better.
What happens next?
Dr. Collett, time of death, 1200.
It takes a while, but eventually you succeed. Now you've seen your future. One version of your future, that is.
Does this have to be it? Does this have to be my future?
No. But your path back won't be easy.
Is it even gonna do anyone any good if I keep living?
That's up to you, Nick. So far, it's made a huge difference that you lived. You saved your sister Anne's life, and she went on to save countless lives being a nurse. It made a huge difference when your Humvee flipped into the Kunar River and you pulled 3 of your men out alive.
I couldn't save the 4th guy. I couldn't save Kevin. I tried. He drowned right in front of me.
Nick, he knows that you did everything you could. And those 3 men you saved went on to save dozens of others. You did matter. You did make a difference by being alive. But know this. You are never going through any of this alone.
I don't know how to start. I don't know how to do this.
Fight for yourself. Like you would have fought for so many others.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready to go back. You have time. Hello?
Hey, Nick. It's Dave Monroe again.
Oh, Dave. Yeah. How you holding up, sir?
I'm hanging in there. Thank you.
That's good to hear.
What about you? seemed pretty upset last time we talked.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to process things.
Good. So listen, the reason I'm calling again is we just went through Ben's will, and he's left you $50,000 from his serviceman's group life insurance policy.
I'm sorry, me? Sir, I'm honored, but I couldn't possibly accept that money.
Well, Ben definitely knows you. He included that you wouldn't want to accept any money in his will. His exact words were, to my best friend Nick Avery, I leave $50,000. He won't want to take it, but make him anyways. He'll use it to do something great.
I don't know.
Look, Nick, Ben wasn't married. He's leaving everything to his family here, and he considered you family.
Well, that means more than you know, sir.
Well, I'm glad. I don't want to take up your whole day. I'll be in touch with how we'll forward you the money.
Okay. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
It is Christmas, isn't it? I've lost track of time.
Of course, that's completely understandable. Sir?
Yeah.
Ben's in a better place. I want you to know that.
Thanks, Nick. I think I needed to hear that. Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Hello? Anybody here? Hello? Hello?
Oh, hey, Nick. Kind of scared me. I didn't expect to see anybody here today. What are you doing here on Christmas Day?
Feeling I'd run into one of you guys here.
Oh, really? Just getting ready to take my tools and things home. Project's dead in the water, you know.
Which money would it take to finish?
I don't know. Pete said 40,000 for parts. The funding's gone. Well's dry. Might as well be $1 million at this point.
So 40,000. That would do it?
Yeah, I guess so. What are you getting at?
Sir, I recently came into some money, and I'd like to donate it to finish the restoration.
Oh, no, I can't ask you to do that.
You didn't. Sir, I've been at this air zoo for 2 days, so I see what this place does. It makes a difference. Makes people happy. You guys preserve these pieces of history that would otherwise be lost, and I would like to be a part of that. I need to be a part of that.
For real?
Yes, sir.
You got it. And you just gave 5 old war vets the best Christmas present ever. Thank you, Nick. This is amazing. My God, there is a Santa Claus after all. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. God bless you, Nick. God bless you.
Hello?
Troy, it's Nick Avery.
Nick, good to hear from you. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually perfect. Troy, I need to apologize to you for my behavior the other day. It was not acceptable.
Hey, that's all right. I might have overstepped a bit. I shouldn't have assumed anything about your experience with the military or how you're dealing with it.
No, it's okay. You were right. I am not getting the help I need. It's pretty clear now. And, it's all right with you? I would love to get that number from your friend at the VA.
Of course.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Did you ever make a decision about coming over for Christmas?
Well, I mean, I wasn't sure if I was still invited after yesterday.
Come on. It's Christmas. Season of forgiveness. I'd love for you to celebrate with us.
Well, then I would love to be there.
Great.
Thank you, Troy.
I'll text you the address and I'll get you that phone number of my friend at the VA. Come over anytime. Bye.
Kristen,
Hi.
what are you doing here?
I kind of left my phone here yesterday.
That is not a fun way to start Christmas.
I know. It's kind of a weird Christmas. I've never been away from my family before, and all my friends at school are gone, so...
I mean, you don't have anybody to spend Christmas with?
No.
Well, nobody should be alone on Christmas. All right, look, I just accepted an invitation to Troy's house.
Really?
And I was feeling a little, awkward, as you can imagine, about showing up by myself. But if you came with me...
I would be the awkward one?
That was not what I was gonna say. I don't know, what do you say? You wanna go have a weird coworker Christmas?
Why not?
Come on, let's go.
Okay, everyone, little prayer before our food. Heavenly Father, we give thanks for this food and the time that we can all spend together, especially having Chris and Nick with us today. In this season of joy and love, let these memories warm our hearts. And in our minds, always remember that it's not the years in life you live, but the life you live in these years. Amen.
Amen. So, Nick, I heard you had a crazy group of Boy Scouts who wore you down yesterday. How'd you get out of that one?
Probably just put them in the flight simulators till they were worn out.
Yeah, that was basically it.
I guess you are the awkward one, Nick.
Okay.
Here you go, dear.
Michelle. What are you doing here?
Looks like, even to me, I think you may have me confused with someone else.
So you don't recognize me?
No, sorry. Have we met before?
No. But I'm very sorry. You look exactly like a friend of mine I was not expecting to see.
Huh. Well, sorry to disappoint.
No, you're not. Believe me. My friend, she's a little different, a bit odd. And if she were here, then I know something very strange would be happening.
So I look like your different, odd friend. That's a heck of an opening line.
Just like her.
Well, you know, she sounds interesting, so I'll take it.
Oh, she is. She's probably the most interesting and incredible person I've ever met.
Odd, interesting, and incredible. I'm intrigued. Maybe you could tell me about her.
Well, I wouldn't know where to start, but yeah, I'd like to try.
How about this? I'll get you...
Oh, just a coffee.
Just a coffee. And I will take a break, thank you. And you can tell me more about this spectacular friend I look so much like.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll fill my cup.
Okay, I'll find us a table.
Sounds good.